A film that began the year as probably the most applauded film at Sundance has now traveled all the way through to the London Film Festival as one of my personal most anticipated films of the year. This is my review of Mass. We follow the aftermath of a violent tragedy that affects the lives of two couples in very different ways. This is the synopsis that is on IMDb. This is the synopsis that you should go into this film knowing. Before I properly start with my review, I want to know your thoughts on Mass. If you've seen it, if you know anything about it, if you're excited, let me know that anything and everything in the comments below. And if you like what you see here and don't want to miss any more LFF coverage, make sure you consider to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future conversation about your favorite movies and TV. This was a devastating experience. I was extremely uncomfortable watching this film. I barely drew a breath, and that is saying something. Mass is a film that I will describe as probably too good for its own good. It is so raw and so emotionally vicious. It's extremely hard to watch. These performers are sensational, all four of them, but I do have to give a special shout out to Jason Isaacs, who has a commanding, fragile, broken presence on screen, and Ann motherfucking Dowd. What a performance. What a masterclass in acting that she delivers in this film. This entire film has one mood. This entire film is sad, it's tragic, it's devastating, and it easily gets to you. You're in this one room with these four people having a conversation about a single topic. And director-writer Fran Kranz is an expert at doing two things very well that are essential for this film to work. Number one, he is not giving us easy answers. You might come out of this film thinking you don't have the answers you were looking for the questions that the characters and the film itself raise throughout. But there are no easy answers to such things. The film is very aware that these questions are important. It discusses them. It presents interesting and essential perspectives. But that's just it. It doesn't have answers. The film doesn't think too highly of itself to be the answer for these problems. And the other thing that is very important and very present in this film is perspective. We understand both sides of the victims. Our characters in this film are usually the victims that no one really thinks about. They're the victims that have to handle everything. They're the victims that are approached by the media. They're the victims that we don't really feel sorry for. We kind of forget about them. And I love that this film is mature to the point of exploring that and solely that in an incredibly moving, emotionally intelligent navigation of grief, all its 5 stages, and empathy. And the intensity that comes with all those topics shines through all these beautiful and layered and nuanced performances that we have, that I talked about, and really some of the best performances we will have seen by the end of the year. If I were to have any issues with Mass, it would be what I already talked about. It's maybe too effective for its own good. I love this film. I think it's a must watch. I can sit through this on the regular. I cannot keep rewatching Mass over and over again. It's certainly one that should be watched, but I don't know how often I can go back to it. Mass is a cathartic experience. It shook me to my core. It's uncomfortable, it's excruciatingly powerful, and ultimately real, raw, and heart-shattering. This is one that should have all possible eyes on this, and I expect and hope to see many awards going its way. I'm giving Mass an A-. And those are my thoughts on Mass. This is a hard one to watch. It is a hard one to talk about, but it's something that I think should definitely be a topic of discussion. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Make sure you stay tuned to the rest of the LFF coverage coming your way by clicking that subscribe button. If you like what you saw here, there's reviews for Last Night in Soho, Spencer, and many others. That should be a playlist right here, right now. There'll be reviews for The Power of the Dog very soon, as well as Belfast and Nitram and many others. So I hope to see you in those. And so until then, love each other and love the movies.